What's going on, everybody? Ryan Pineda here. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find cash buyers anywhere in the country really fast. So if you haven't seen my video talking about how to make $10,000 in your first month wholesaling real estate, I'll definitely link to it below and put a little card around here. But in that video, I showed people how I'm currently using Batchleads, which is an amazing software to find distressed properties, to get directly in touch with sellers and get great deals. And in that video, I explained the process step by step on how to acquire the deals, but I didn't talk too much about how to sell the deals if you're gonna wholesale. And so I told people in that video to comment if they wanted me to make a cash buyers video. Well, obviously you're watching this video now, so there were a ton of comments wanting this topic. And let me tell you, finding cash buyers is actually a lot easier than you think, especially if you're wholesaling good deals. And in this video, I'm gonna teach you two different ways to find cash buyers. The first way is what I call the basic way. It's very simple, anyone can do it. And the second way is called the technical way, where we use some software to find these buyers. And also, let me add to this that everyone should be looking for cash buyers. Obviously, we know that wholesalers need cash buyers to sell their deals to, but if you're a flipper, you should also be looking for cash buyers. And the reason for that is a lot of those buyers may end up selling deals to you. I have a lot of friends I do business with that are mainly flippers, but we sell deals to each other because we can't buy them all. It just makes sense to sell them off sometimes as is. But I'll even take it another step further that if you're a realtor, this is a really good tool because this can help you get way more clients. A realtor's dream is to have cash clients. And so what I'm about to tell you is exactly how to find every single one of them in your market. That's pretty valuable if you ask me, especially because a lot of these cash buyers are only looking to buy 1 or 2 houses a year. They're just normal mom and pop type people. And those are the ones that realtors work with the most. As a realtor, you may not be able to get the cash buyer who's buying 100 plus properties a year, but you will be able to get these guys who are buying 1 or 2 a year because they depend on realtors to find their deals. So this video will be valuable to anyone in the real estate industry. And honestly, it'll be valuable to anyone in any industry. For instance, if you owned a luxury car dealership, don't you think these guys might be in the market for some cars? If you owned a solar company, don't you think these people might want solar on their home? They could probably afford it. So I think this video is gonna be fantastic for everyone. So let's jump into it. First off, let's talk about the basic ways to find cash buyers. The first basic way to find cash buyers is through Facebook groups. If you just search wholesale real estate, you're gonna see a whole bunch of groups pop up on Facebook. You're gonna see some really big ones that are nationwide. You're also going to see some local ones if you type your city in. And so for me, if I'm looking for cash buyers, I am going to join all of them. I'm gonna join the big ones with 100,000 people in them, and I'm also going to search for Las Vegas wholesale groups. You can also search real estate investing, you can search fix and flipping, you could search anything that might allude to real estate investing. So the first thing you're gonna do is search for all the posts that are in your city. So if you're in one of these big national groups, all you gotta do is go to the search bar and type Las Vegas. Now, every single post that ever mentioned Las Vegas is gonna pop up, and you're gonna get access to everyone who's doing business or talking about Las Vegas. Now, once you see all these posts, you're gonna go add all of these people who have either made the post or commented on the post as friends on Facebook. You're also gonna send them a direct message. And what I want you to do is just send them a message stating, hey, I'm a real estate investor or I'm a realtor, whatever it is you are, and let them know that you have deals and you're looking for deals and you just wanna build a relationship. You're gonna get a lot of great responses from doing this. I've gotten tons of deals using this exact strategy. I've also found a ton of cash buyers that I've sold deals to, so it works both sides. And that's what I want you guys to realize is, even though this video is about finding cash buyers, they may also sell you deals too, which you could then sell to your other cash buyers and make a profit that way. Now, most likely, all the posts that you looked up from that search are probably old, so they're not really relevant deals anymore, but maybe there are some new deals that have popped up. That's a good opportunity to get a potential deal that you can sell to another cash buyer and make money. And the post you're gonna make is very simple. It's very similar to the DM. You're just gonna make it saying, hey, I'm Ryan, I'm looking for cash buyers in Las Vegas. Comment below if you're a cash buyer. And honestly, just from doing that alone, you are going to have a huge list of cash buyers. So that's the biggest basic way that I've seen to find buyers, but another great way is just through Google. And so the way you're gonna do it on Google is by searching cash for my home Las Vegas, cash for my home Charlotte, Los Angeles, wherever you are. So what you're gonna find is companies like mine where they are looking to fix and flip and find good deals. So if you just contact them directly and let them know that you have deals, you know, you're either a wholesaler or a realtor or whatever, they're gonna be really receptive to your call. Now, a lot of the companies that pop up may only be wholesalers themselves. And once again, that's okay, because they may be able to help you sell your deal to one of their cash buyers. In the end, you always wanna network with as many people as possible. I don't care if they're a wholesaler, I don't care if they're a realtor, I don't care if they're a flipper. All I care about is selling the deal. And if I can sell the deal for whatever I wanna sell it for, what do I care what happened with it? So Google all of these We Buy Houses places in your local market. The third most basic way to find cash buyers is through meetups. So if you go to meetup.com, you're gonna get a list of all the real estate investing meetups. All you'll do is the same exact thing. You're gonna search real estate investing, wholesaling, flipping, all that stuff. And just join every single meetup that is on meetup.com. And I've met many great buyers from meetups. In fact, before the pandemic happened, I used to run a meetup here in Las Vegas that got lots of people at it. And I know that there were a ton of deals done from those meetups. So those are the very basic ways to find cash buyers. And if you just only did that, you would find more than enough cash buyers for your deal. Now, obviously, not everyone's on Facebook groups, not everyone's going to the meetups. In fact, there are far more people who are not doing that stuff. So how do we find them? Well, we do it through the technical ways that I was talking about earlier. So I'm gonna show you two different technical ways that I use to find cash buyers. And the first one involves Batchleads. So let's go head over to my computer. All right, so we're on Batchleads again. If you saw my previous video, you know how to use the system. If you haven't seen that previous video, make sure you watch it after this one because I'm not gonna go through it again. But I am gonna show you one little feature from the system that can help you find cash buyers. So first thing we're gonna do is go over to a list search. So I am gonna search Clark County because that is where I'm at here in Las Vegas. And as you can see, Clark County has over 690,000 properties. Now, if I wanna find cash buyers, they actually have a filter for it. I go over here to filter, and then I go to the cash buyer section. And so now I can search cash purchase, yes, okay? Actually, if I just apply the filter for anyone who's bought something cash, it turns up 37,000 people, or actually I should say properties, because they go by properties, not by buyers. So one buyer may own a bunch of these properties, myself included. You will find me by searching this. So you'd probably want to narrow it down even more. And so a great way to narrow it down would be going back to it and clicking purchase date. So for us, we would want to go to, you know, December, like a year. A year would be where you'd want to go. So like, let's just say right now we're in December. We search December 1st all the way to December 21st, right? Okay, so I've applied it, apply the filter. Let's see how many went in the last year. So 9,000 properties. So if you wanted to right there, you could take this list of 9,000 properties and you're gonna have 9,000 cash sales. Now, like I said, a bunch of those will be duplicates because some buyers are buying multiple properties, but that's gonna give you a lot of results. Now, I wish that this software was a little bit better, and I've actually talked to the owners about it, and they said they're gonna address it and fix it. But sometimes it's a little buggy when you try and do it the way that I would rather do it. So for me, if I was looking for some serious cash buyers, I would go by number of property purchased. So like, let's just say they've purchased between 5 and 200 properties, okay? We do it, how many come up? See, it only shows 7, which is incorrect. Okay, and I've talked to them about this. They're gonna fix it. So by the time you watch this video, maybe it's a year down the road, I'm sure it'll have already been fixed. But as of this moment, I can't do it the way that it should be done. So in the meantime, if you wanna use this, as long as you do not apply that 5 minimum, you're gonna end up getting the 9,000 cash buyers who have bought in this last year. So once you get that list, you're gonna skip trace those people. And all skip tracing is getting their phone numbers and emails. And once you have their phone numbers, you can then text them directly through Batchleads or even call them. And so if you're gonna text them, all you would say is, hey, my name's Ryan. I find real estate deals for a living. Are you looking for any good deals? Just something to that nature and see who texts you back. Let me also add to that, I'm an affiliate for Batchleads. So if you use the promo code HOMERUN, you're gonna get half off your first month. And they have really affordable plans. You could do all of this for less than $100 a month. But let's jump into the second technical way to find cash buyers, which I think is better than Batchleads right now, and that's through ListSource. So right now we're on ListSource. ListSource is owned by CoreLogic, which is the biggest data provider in the country. And so we're gonna build a cash buyers list, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. So we're here building a list. First thing we're gonna do is click our county. So for me, I'm going to Nevada, and I'm in Clark County. I'm gonna add it right there. As you can see, 627,000 is their count, very similar to Batch, okay? Next thing we're gonna do is go to the property, and we are gonna click equity percentage. So we want 91 to 100%. That means that there's no mortgage, it's a cash deal, okay? We're also going to add last market sale date. So it's already set up for a year. So we'll add a year right here. So as long as it's been bought in the last year, this is what's gonna happen. So they have 7,200. Once again, pretty similar to Batch. Batch had almost 9,000. Actually, and here's one other thing I wanna add. Every data provider is different, okay? They're always gonna have different numbers. So it's always good to compare and test against each other. But anyways, we have 7,200 cash sales in the last year. You could just buy this whole list. I'm not sure what list source costs now, but it's around 3 to 5 cents per hit. But if I wanted to narrow this down even more, the next thing I would do is go to options. And I would wanna click absentee owner. Okay, that cuts it in half right there. And here's why you click absentee owner. That means they are not living in the home. See, there's a lot of cash buyers who buy a home for themselves and that's it, they're done. They used all their money to buy their home cash. Well, we want to really go after the investors, and the investors are absentee. They own these houses, but they don't live in it. And so if I was on a budget, I would really only go after these 3,700. I don't want owner-occupied buyers. And if you want to really limit it to the professionals, you would then go to corporate owned right here and click only. So that brings you down to 1,900 people. And corporate owned means that it's by an LLC or something like that. And so this would be the list that I use. And then when you go to buy the list, all you got to do is go down here, purchase list. All right, you would then put in all your information, and then it would get you ready to buy it. And it's really simple. So you'd buy this list, and they'll actually give you the ability to say eliminate duplicates. So there would be a ton of duplicates in this because there are people like me who buy a lot of properties every year, and so you can eliminate all of them. To be honest, I probably wouldn't do that because I want to see how many these people are buying. I would rather pay the extra money to know, oh man, that guy Ryan, he's buying 100 of these a year. I need to for sure get in contact with that guy. But if you eliminate all the duplicates, you have no way to know if that person is buying multiple properties or not. So I wouldn't eliminate it, I would just pay for it, but realize that you will only have to skip trace them one time. I can get this list of 1,900 and then eliminate the duplicates and only skip trace them once. So you would take this list from list source and import it to Batchleads, you would skip trace them there, you'd text message them there. Batch also is creating a dialer if you want to cold call them from there. So that's why I really like Batch, because they have so many different things integrated into one. And I think that in time, they're going to be able to do exactly what I just explained on ListSource on their platform. They're just not there yet. But anyways, that is how you find cash buyers, both the basic way and both the technical way. As you saw, it's not that hard. It's not going to cost you that much money. And having the right buyer can totally change your business as a wholesaler, as a realtor, as a flipper. You're really just one relationship away from really crushing it. I can tell you the relationships I've made have allowed me to get to where I'm at today. I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I'm at without the good relationship. Other thing that I will add is that deals are always harder to find than buyers. You know, at the end of the day, I see a lot of people who spend so much time trying to build up their buyers list and then they can never find a deal. So don't lose sight of that. The deal is where the money is made. But anyways, I hope that answered your question on how to find cash buyers. If you got a lot of value out of this video, do me a big favor, go hit the like button. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Go and follow me on all the socials. And until next time, take care.